The trading update, also known as the cooking update, is officially out in Grow a Garden. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys the full updated guide on this update so you guys can be an absolute pro. One thing I will say though, I kind of already accidentally gave you the guide early yesterday, so that's what I'm going to be showing, plus new stuff that I actually didn't even put on that video because it wasn't actually in the game yet. And that was exactly what the pets do, starting with the sushi bear, which every 70 seconds has a 16% chance for a nearby fruit to become chilled or frozen. Then the spaghetti sloth, which every 11 minutes and 44 seconds goes to a nearby fruit and does a cooking, applying pasta, sauce, or meatball mutation. Oops, I missed the pancake mole, which every 70 seconds digs down underground to find treasure and can dig up gear or shekels. So basically the mole. Anyways, after those three, we have the French fry ferret, but I feel like I should go over that one last. Before those, we have the bagel bunny, which every 24 seconds eats a carrot for 6 times a value bonus. Then we have the mochi mouse, which, as you guys can see here, says all active food type pets gain an additional 4.45 XP per second. Nothing too crazy. Anyways, every 7 minutes gains an additional 657 bonus XP. And then the French fry ferret, which is obviously the number one McDonald's worker in the game, is every 50 minutes. 50 minutes is wild, but it increases a random pet's level by 1. Honestly, pretty trash to me, but let me know what you guys think about that. Let's move on to the rest of the guide. And if you guys want to be part of the OG 150k, hit that sub button. Let's go. All right, first things first, I think I do have to get this out of the way. Yes, trading is actually in the game, but even me, I was kind of confused. I didn't know how to trade, but here's exactly how you guys do that. All you guys have to do is go to the gear shop and say, show me the gear shop. And then you guys just go right here to the trading tickets. So yeah, I actually don't know how much they're actually going to cost when they're, actually in the game. But for me, they cost 1 shekel and I can buy as many as I want. Honestly, I don't think they're going to be super rare because trading should be accessible to just about everybody in the game. Either way, when you guys do get those trading tickets, literally all you guys have to do is go up to anyone. So I'm going to go up to this guy right here and send him a trade request. Once you guys do that, this is going to pop up on the screen. This is basically the trading icon, the trading UI. And no, unfortunately, you actually cannot trade freaking seeds, okay? You can't trade seeds, but you actually can trade shekels. So if I want to give this guy 1 million shekels, you actually can trade 1 million shekels. You can trade just about any pet or any seed as long as it's not favorited. But yeah, this is the system. It looks pretty good. And one thing I will also say, it does say the value of the other people's items. Either way, once you guys add something to the trade, it's gonna take 5 seconds, and after that 5 seconds you can press accept, and when both people accept, and only when both people accept, that is when the trade will go through. So obviously everyone's probably super happy about this because you can actually trade now without just getting freaking scammed every time. But yeah, that's a trading system. Not too much I have to go on about with the trading system. Next, we are going to go over the Chris P's kitchen, this huge event in the middle. Yeah, basically there's this big pig dude right here named Chris P, which I'm pretty sure stands for Chris Pig. And if you press view rewards, there's a ton of rewards you guys can actually get from him, including mutation spray burnt, a fork fence, watering cans, food crate, reclaimers, and going all the way up to the mochi mouse, gourmet eggs, food crates, mutation spray fried, taco ferns, more gourmet eggs, a ton of Zen seed packs, and fried pet shards. Obviously seems pretty cool, but you may be wondering, so how do you actually get any of this stuff? Well, you have to feed him. Yeah, you actually have to cook food for him and feed him, which I guess is why this is called the cooking update. But for example, let's say that I wanted to make a soup, and I will tell you guys all the recipes in a second, but let's say he actually wanted a soup. I would just throw in any fruit to this little guy here. Wait, do I know? Oh, that's not an actual carrot. 1 second, y'all. Anyways, for example, let's say I wanted to make a soup. Boom, I would throw this in here, start cooking it. It usually takes 5 minutes, but yes, I am gonna skip mine with Robux. And then boom, after it's done cooking with different fruit materials, you will get a soup. And I actually do have a beautiful wonderful coconut soup here. And then after that, you just say, try this food I cooked up. And after you do that, he will basically eat the food, and he might like it or he might not. Depending on how much he likes it is basically the tier of rewards you will get. But I will say, I think it is a little bit bugged right now. Literally nobody has been able to get the eggs, the taco ferns, nothing, at least in the dev server. I'm very sure that once this gets pushed to the actual game, it should be all good by then. But as of right now, this is what it's looking like. I'm gonna go over the recipes in a second, as I said, but you will also see he has like a little like talking bubble above him that says hot dog would be nice. This is what's called his craving, and this changes every single hour. Every single time he has a craving, that is what you should try to cook, because it'll give you a higher chance of getting a higher reward tier, or whatever you want to call it. So for example, you just saw that guy give him a hot dog, but yeah, since hot dogs are the main craving that he wants right now, I'm gonna try to cook him a hot dog, which is actually where I'll start with the recipes. So for a hot dog, all you guys need is corn, and then you also need a pepper. Here, you know what? Let me actually just like grow all my plants real quick with the peppers, because I didn't know you actually needed pepper for a lot of these recipes. But I will also say, I think there's a couple other ways to do recipes. I did make a video before I made this one, and I actually had completely different recipes than the ones I have right now. But what I will say, these are probably the easiest way to do the recipes. But as I said, we're gonna start with the hot dog, which is 1 pepper, and then it says either a corn or a banana. Since all I have is corn, we're just gonna go ahead and use that corn right here. Then we're gonna hit start cooking and then skip the cooking process. Yes, for me it says 1 Robux. For you, it'll probably be like around 95 or something like that. Either way, get hot dog, boom. Now that I have this hot dog, I am going to go ahead and hand this over to Mr. Crispy over here. Hey, try this food I cooked up. Is he gonna like it? Is he gonna hate it? And he seems to have a sad look on his eyes before taking a bite. So yeah, as I said, it is kind of glitched right now. What's supposed to happen is he's probably supposed to like it. I mean, he's saying he wants a hot dog. Anyways, basically that's the first recipe. The next recipe is the pie, which is a pumpkin and an apple. And then after that, it is a burger. Do I have a pie on me? No. And then after that it's a burger, which I actually do want to cook right now, which is a pepper, a piece of corn, which, oh no way, I don't have corn, y'all. 1 second. Anyways, pepper, a piece of corn, as well as 1 tomato to make the beautiful burger right here. Start cooking and skip through that. And so that actually made me a hot dog. What the heck? Okay, either way, the other recipes are salad, which is 2 tomatoes, waffle, which is pumpkin and sugar apple. It doesn't need to be pumpkin and sugar apple. I have an like alternative recipe, which is orange tulip, pumpkin, watermelon, orange tulip. Hot dog is pepper plus corn / banana. Pie is pumpkin plus apple. Sandwich is 2 tomatoes plus corn, and soup is 1 carrot or just one of literally any fruit that'll make a soup. Or if you just mess up a recipe, it'll just turn all of the stuff you put in into a soup. So yeah, those are basically all the recipes. Now let's kind of just go a little bit more in depth to the rewards. So in the rewards, we have the food crate, which is just a bunch of cosmetic stuffs like pink cake, blue cake, coffee machine, banana hammock, hot dog cart, cheese map, and the golden hot dog statue. Also, we have the gourmet eggs, which I guess is going to be like the egg of this update, which has a bagel bunny, a pancake mole, a sushi bear, a spaghetti sloth, and a French fry ferret for 1% chance. We also have the taco fern as one of the rewards in here as well. Pretty freaking cool. Either way, I actually didn't check if there's any new seeds in the seed shop. Doesn't look like it. Once again, completely fine. We did still get a new seed for this update. Now in the gear shop, there's a ton of new stuff that I did want to show you guys. First things first, we already went over this, but the trading tickets, obviously, I don't know how much these are going to cost, but it would make sense for them to be 1 shekel. That makes sense. Everyone should be able to trade, even if you just hop in the game. Either way, if you guys scroll down, what you will notice is after the master sprinkler, right? There's usually nothing after this, but scroll, Grand Master Sprinkler has officially been added to the game. Yes, Grand Master Sprinkler has been added into the game, and there's literally no way for me to buy it. So I don't know how much it costs. I don't know how much Robux is going to cost, but this will be better than the Master Sprinkler. As you guys can see, massively increases growth speed, massively increases fruit size, and boost pets as well. Fire. Last 10 minutes. That's going to be OP. Sprinkler method with the Grandmaster Sprinkler is going to go absolutely crazy. Either way, that's fire. But yeah, really W update overall. I don't think I missed anything. If I did, leave it in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys did, go and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.